Hi there guys, my name is Lewis and I'm the marketing manager here at One Stop. I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and to make sure you don't miss out, please subscribe to our channel now. We will be releasing content weekly to help you understand technology and how you can use technology to overcome business issues, grow your business, improve the way your business is run, and so on. But today, I'm going to tell you why you need an Office 365 or G Suite backup solution. So, Office 365 and G Suite both provide a collection of highly attractive tools for SMEs. They are cheap, sometimes free to use, and cloud-based, allowing you to work from anywhere. However, with the many benefits Office 365 and G Suite bring to users, there are also a number of downfalls I'm pretty sure you guys won't know about. A common misunderstanding for users is that these tools back up your data. Okay, I'll admit, that is true, but only to an extent. When it comes to Office 365, Microsoft will help you recover your data in case something like a natural disaster, fire, human error, or hardware failure occurs, but they will only back up your lost files for 30 days. As for G Suite, they do not take responsibility for your data when it is removed. It may keep your deleted files in the bin on your desktop, but like Office 365, it only keeps it for 30 days before it is lost forever. And G Suite doesn't offer a straightforward backup solution to restore deleted files and data. This brings many disadvantages to only using Office 365 and G Suite backups to recover lost data. For most organisations, the cover they offer simply isn't enough. So let's first of all look at the limitations to recovering data using Office 365. Number one is you're usually the one responsible for your data. Microsoft will only back up deleted items for 30 days. In a perfect world, you'll realise that you've accidentally deleted an important file or that it's disappeared due to something like a hack, a disgruntled employee, or simple human error straight away. The fact is, this is not always the case. This is especially true if someone has gone and manually emptied the recycling bin too, deleting the file for good. Keep in mind that Microsoft leaves the tracking and security of your data in your responsibility. But you can't blame them, because keeping endless backups of every Office 365 user's data would be a near impossible task. Number two is that keeping several versions of a file is not enough. Microsoft enables 500 versions of a single file by default, meaning you can easily restore a file to an earlier iteration. This may sound very impressive, but upon closer inspection, it becomes clear this doesn't offer comprehensive coverage. This is first and foremost because Office 365 users have often complained about how the application saves new versions of a file constantly, which means that those 500 versions can be exhausted quickly. Additionally, malware could change or encrypt your file more times than this, making recovering an uncorrupted version of the file is impossible. Perhaps most aggravating about all of this is the fact that the creation of multiple versions of your files can easily eat up your main storage allocation, meaning you might find yourself having to buy more storage space. If you need to keep all versions of a file for several years, your storage needs will likely be greater than the storage plan you've been given by default. The third limitation is that restoring data with Microsoft is not straightforward. If you find yourself having to request Microsoft to restore files in the event of something outside of your control, you'll have to jump through some hoops first. First of all, you'll need to log a support ticket as soon as possible because, as we mentioned earlier, Microsoft is unable to store all data for every Office 365 user indefinitely. Second of all, Microsoft won't restore a single file or email for you, but rather, it will restore your entire mailbox or other Office 365 app to another point in time, as in a time before you lost the file or email. This means you could lose work you've completed after the data loss. Then there's the fact that you'll have to wade through all of your files and emails to find the one you needed after the restore, meaning that there are several extra steps you'll have to take. In short, the process of recovering lost data using a third-party backup solution is likely to be much simpler than if you were to rely on Microsoft, even in the cases when they will be liable to restore it. As we talked about earlier, this won't be the case if you've lost data due to something like human error or a cyber attack targeting your organisation specifically. There are a number of other limitations to using Office 365 for data recovery, so check out the link in the description to our blog on 5 reasons you need to back up your Office 365 data. Now we come to G Suite. As most dedicated users of G Suite will likely know, when a user deletes a file, it's not actually deleted right away. Instead, it's moved into your bin where it can be recovered from for the next 30 days. After that, admins of your organizations can still restore permanently deleted files for 25 additional days by using the admin panel. After this, Google deletes the data completely. Google does provide two ways to decrease your chances of losing data: Google Vault and Google Takeout. What's important to remember is that neither of these is advertised as a data backup tool. Instead, these tools help you to retain and export data. The Takeout tool allows you to download all data belonging to a Google account as an archive file. However, you can't download files stored in shared folders, and when you're dealing with a work account, this will likely be the majority of files the account is associated with. What's more, you won't be able to download all of your files at once if your account has more than 50 gigabytes of data. The Google Vault is a web-based archiving tool that helps you retain data on your organization's user accounts by setting rules for what can be deleted. Additionally, you can easily search, audit, and export data using Google Vault. However, this isn't a recovery tool. Once a file is deleted from Google Drive, it also disappears from your Vault. Because the tool doesn't create a duplicate of files, it simply archives them. So there are two important reasons to not rely on G Suite for backups. First of all, Google takes no responsibility for human error. The potential for human error is by and large the number one reason you need an external backup for your data outside of the G Suite. In fact, as much as 90% of all data breaches can be traced back to human error. So, whether that's accidentally deleting an important file, losing your work laptop, or falling prey to a phishing scam, well-meaning employees can be the reason you lose vital information unless you have a backup service to fall back on. Some common situations where employees could end up losing your important data include trying to create more space on your drive, deleting files to try safeguard sensitive information within files, or they may install dodgy third-party apps or stay signed into your G Suite account on multiple devices. This is a problem because by staying signed into accounts, it can also expose your organization to risks if the device is lost or stolen. Number 2 is restoring Google data is labor-intensive. Even in cases where you can recover deleted data, the process can be pretty labor-intensive. This is because recovering deleted data using Google's tools works by restoring your application to a specific point in time before data was deleted. This means that you can't recover individual or messages past the 30 days they are kept in the bin. So, if you are an admin trying to restore these after this, you'll likely have your work cut out for you. First of all, you won't be able to specify the location where you'd like the recovered files to be restored to, meaning they'll be restored to their original location. This means that if there are files or messages you don't want to recover, they could overwrite more up-to-date versions of themselves. To combat this, you should make copies of files you don't want to be replaced by their earlier iteration. Additionally, you won't be able to recover file structures. This means that if you have a complex file structure, you might need to dedicate a good chunk of time to recreating your folders. This means you lose precious time you should be dedicating to other tasks. For more information on recovering data with G Suite, check out our blog, Why You Need Third-Party G Suite Backup, linked in the description. So if I've convinced you to invest in a third-party backup solution for your G Suite or Office 365 data, great. I'd advise you to find a tool which backs up your data several times a day to make sure you don't miss out on work done after the data has been lost. Your solution should also restore your file structure automatically to minimize downtime and allow you to save restored files to a separate location to avoid overwriting your work. Finally, your backup solution must allow for granular restoration of individual files and emails. Luckily for you guys, there are a number of third-party backup solutions that do this. So stay tuned throughout the next week or so when I will be back to advise you on the best third-party backup solution out there. Thanks for watching guys, and make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any technology tips.